Well done to anybody who guessed last week's riddle and come up with Chisinau as the answer. Stay tuned till the end of this episode where you'll hear the riddle for next week's Destination X. This week's riddle will be a little bit tougher. Landlocked and surrounded by Romania and Ukraine, this is a small country but with a huge heart. Welcome to Chisinau, Moldova's charming capital, where Soviet grit meets cafe culture and the beer flows smoother than the traffic. Today we're hitting 10 bars across this underrated gem, starting with Stella and ending in a cellar. They say it's Europe's least visited capital. It definitely won't stay that way. Moldova is no longer the best kept secret in Europe. With tourist numbers rising and the word spreading fast, now's the time to experience its raw charm before the crowds catch up. Chisinau and Moldova should be on every traveller's list right now. We kicked off our crawl at Velgar, a cosy corner where comfort food meets folklore. First up, Moldova's legendary hangover cure, chicken noodle soup. So rich, it could resurrect your dignity after a night of plum brandy. Then came the pork platter. Polenta, egg, cheese, sour cream, all stacked like a culinary matryoshka doll. Velgar doesn't just feed you, it heals you. Probably a good idea to book a table for tomorrow morning. Getting around 22 Moldovan lei to the pound, a Stella, a Coke Zero, the soup and the main was 380 lei, just less than £17. This crawl takes us in a loop of Chisinau. Our last stop is literally across the road from our first stop. But we passed the last stop to get to the second stop, which takes us to Taproom by Litra and Friends, Moldova's first craft beer taproom, and it wears that title with pride. 20 taps pour local brews with names like Hop Hooligan and Smoky Bastard, while the fridge stocks bottles that span continents. The vibe? Industrial warmth, exposed brick, chalkboard menus, and a crowd that knows their hops. The food leans American. Pulled pork, hot dogs and nachos that pair perfectly with a pint. It's the kind of place where you order by style, not brand, and where the bartender might just be your beer spirit guide. Taproom, where the hops are local and the vibe's international. It's the craft beer capital of Moldova, and the pulled pork's not messing around either. Just a short walk to our next bar, the 513. The decor's a fever dream of vintage motorcycles, Native American art and neon glow. Like someone spiked the gallery with vodka. It's a stylish and classy place, and at around £4 for a cocktail, the prices are classy too. The outdoor seating area was perfect to get the last of the Moldovan sun. Our next 4 places come in quick succession. 4th stop, the Brothers Pub. Irish Heart, Moldovan Soul, and open till 7 AM because apparently sleep is negotiable. It's got Guinness on tap, meat on the grill, and a crowd that treats last orders like it's a polite suggestion. It's an interesting bar with quirky decor. Moldovan wine cellar meets Irish charm. And in the very next corner is our 5th stop, Rockavoy. It's got London pub swagger, Moldovan spirit, and cocktails that hit harder than the playlist. The walls are loud, the crowds are louder, and the bartenders pour like they're trying to start a revolution. If you're not dancing halfway through your drink, check your pulse. We dropped in early and it was pretty quiet, but later on it was booming. Five bars in and the crawl's already earned its passport stamp. But Chisinau isn't just about what's poured. It's about what's hidden, built and blooming around every corner. Take a breath at Valea Morilor Park, where the lake glimmers and the city exhales. Locals stroll, swans glide and the skyline softens. And in this capital city of a landlocked country, here they have a lakeside beach. The lake is also home to possibly the world's smallest bronze statue of the Little Prince. At only 11 centimetres tall, it takes some finding. When you find the Little Prince statue, make a wish and it will surely come true. And if you still have time, look for his eternal love, the rose that grows nearby. Step into silence at centuries-old monasteries and gold-domed churches, each one a quiet echo of Moldova's soul. Even the ghosts here have style. The Soviet-era train station is worth a peek inside. And the National and the Cosmos hotels stand like forgotten movie sets, crumbling, cinematic and strangely poetic. The centre's walkable, leafy and full of surprises. Chisinau doesn't rush, it invites. History stands tall in the Stephen the Great Monument and the Triumphal Arch, two landmarks that anchor the city's story. And if you've got time, and we didn't, there's a free-to-enter military museum that's definitely worth a look. And although it's temporarily closed, there's a water park, a go-kart track, the Rose Valley amusement park with the old Soviet rides, a large botanical gardens, and Chisinau Zoo is definitely worth a visit. Chisinau's charm isn't loud, it's layered, and just like its bars, its landmarks reward the curious. Now, back to the crawl. Just before we begin the second half of the crawl, could I just ask you to like, comment or subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Just a stone's throw from Rockavoy, our next bar awaits. Marlene's Bar. Velvet seats, moody lighting and cocktails look like they've been styled for a magazine shoot. From the outside, it's discreet. The inside, smoothly sophisticated. If 007 ever visited Moldova, this is where he'd sip his martini and flirt with the bartender. Next up, Eli Pili. It's retro, it's rowdy, and it feels like someone spiked a 1950s diner with Moldovan moonshine. After looking at the menu, we decided to eat. We ordered the polenta with a fried egg, cheese and sour cream, or mamaliga as they prefer to call it here, and some dumplings in a mushroom and onion sauce. Delicious. We also had a portion of fries, a beer and a Coke Zero. And the bill was ridiculously cheap, 240 Moldovan lei, which equates to about £11. Our 8th stop takes us up to a rooftop. Not just any old rooftop, this is Escobar. It's where the cocktails flow and the skyline steals the show. It's got Colombian flair, sunset views and just enough attitude to make you feel like you're onto something. If you're not sipping something tropical with the wind in your hair, you're doing this crawl wrong. Ninth stop, the Drover pub. It's underground, unapologetic, and louder than your morning regrets. Think burgers, beer and chaos, and a playlist that punches harder than the vodka. If you're not shouting over the music by now, you're either whispering to a wall or pacing yourself like a saint. Our last stop is the Cove Speakeasy, another classy cocktail bar in this classy capital city. Cove's charm isn't just in the cocktails, it's in the staff. One mixed magic behind the bar, the other one pulled back a bookcase and let us into a secret room. We did have footage of the secret room, but it vanished into cyberspace somehow. Like all good secrets, it refuses to be captured. Two great cocktails, some hummus and bread to nibble on, and the bill was around £17. And they gave us 2 free shots of plum brandy to see us on our way, as if we weren't already. Our next episode will be in 2 weeks' time due to some commitments. So here's the riddle for our next Destination X. Solve it, put your answers in the comments, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Where walls wrap tight in stony ring, and tides beneath a fortress sing, a crimson door, a house so small, holds stories grand within its walls. You've roamed through capitals and charm, now seek the town with coastal arm, where bridges stretch and towers peer, and every inch says history's here.
The best of luck solving that one. Drop your answers in the comments. Chisinau and Moldova, definitely worth a visit. Every bar had character, and there was a few good ones that we missed. Churchill's Whiskey Bar, the Retro Cinema Club, and Kira's Club, to name just 3. You can see great efforts are being made for European integration, I would urge you to get here sooner rather than later. If you're chasing something real, something raw, something you won't find on a fridge magnet, Moldova's waiting. And trust me, the crawl is just getting started. One of the biggest attractions of coming to Chisinau is Transnistria. Look out for a separate video we're going to do on the region, which has become a separatist state, which has its own money, its own government, its own national anthem, its own flag, its own passports, and it's like stepping into a Soviet museum. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you like the vibe, and look out for our next episode in 2 weeks' time.